Hello everybody, I hope you're all doing well. I'm Mr. Twister WX, and in today's stream we are covering an extremely rare level 5 out of 5 high risk of severe weather. This high risk is for portions of extreme southeast Missouri, western Kentucky, southern Illinois, western Tennessee, portions of eastern Arkansas, and extreme northwest Mississippi. So right now we do have a tornado warning to the north of Lexington. I believe this is Tennessee. So this is to the north of Lexington, Tennessee, near Clarksburg. We can definitely see that rotation along with some hail currently to the northwest of Jackson, Tennessee. We have been watching this for a while. So there is that rotation right there where I have circled on the left, taking a look at our velocity. Please let me know how our microphone is sounding. It may be a bit quiet. This area is under a particularly dangerous situation tornado watch, so this is an extremely dangerous situation. We are continuing to watch this rotation. This is currently radar indicated, so I do not believe we have a tornado on the ground at the moment, but we will be watching out for this. Also, ping pong ball size hail with the storm, so that is pretty big hail. Let me get our risk overlay turned off. We have another tornado warning just now issued. This one is near, looks like Milford and Gilman, just to the east of Gilman. I believe this is Illinois, almost to the Indiana border. So this rotation is currently just to the west of Milford, it looks like. You can definitely see it near, I believe, Cissna Park, just to the northwest of Fountain Creek. So this is radar indicated rotation. I do not think there is a tornado on the ground yet, but you need to be seeking shelter on the lowest floor of a sturdy building away from windows, because this does have half dollar size hail with it, so that will destroy windows. So you need to be sure that you are seeking shelter in a good location. Be sure to pull off roadways. This is just to the east of Interstate 57. Thankfully, the storm has passed over that area, so we should be good over there. Some of you may have noticed we now have a PayPal account set up. You can see that in the pinned message. So donations are completely optional but greatly appreciated. So I do appreciate it, and I will be watching that to be sure to acknowledge any donations. But those are our 2 tornado warnings currently. We also have 21 severe thunderstorm warnings. So I want to take a look at the most intense ones. We have a considerable one. Actually, we have a destructive storm just to the southeast of Pine Bluff, Arkansas. This comes with baseball-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So this is a destructive severe thunderstorm. Be sure you are seeking shelter away from windows, because that will really damage them. So please be sure you are seeking shelter. Right now this hail is just to the north of Star City. This severe thunderstorm warning does expire at 5:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time, but it is likely we will see them reissue that. If we take a look on previous scans, it does look like our hail core is intensifying. Let's make sure we are using the closest radar. Yes, we are. Hello, Airborne Animations. Thank you for tuning into the stream. Hope you are doing well. So that is our destructive severe thunderstorm warning right now. And then we have a considerable severe thunderstorm warning over here, along with our tornado warning near Sheldon, Illinois, just near the Indiana borders. So looks like this storm comes with 70-mile-per-hour winds and a half dollar size hail. So be sure you are seeking shelter away from windows, getting on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, because that is big hail that will destroy windshields. So pull off of roadways. Be sure you have your cars inside. And we actually do have a severe thunderstorm warning, which one of them just got dropped. The other one's still in effect for northern Little Rock. But this is for quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So I'm going to take another look at stream chat. How is everybody doing today? Thank you for tuning in, Airborne Animations. Hope you are doing well. Alright, we do have another considerable severe thunderstorm warning. This one back up into Illinois near Urbana. So this has a tornado possible tag, 1-inch quarter-sized hail, 70-mile-per-hour winds with that considerable damage threat. Doesn't look like there is that much hail, so this is mainly a wind-driven tornado, or wind-driven severe thunderstorm warning. At the moment, if we do take a look at velocity on the right, actually, we'll just do single screen to make it less laggy. I can see some rotation, but clearly not enough for them to put out a tornado warning yet. So that is our other considerable severe thunderstorm warning. Also, flash flood warnings. We have many in Arkansas and Texas right now where we are seeing heavy rain. So these flash flood warnings extend all the way towards Paris, Texas, all the way through southern Missouri near West Plains. Alright, we do have a new tornado warning on one of our storms, which we were just talking about. So, this tornado warning, there is definitely rotation there to the northwest of Doniphan, Missouri. You can see that rotation in here where we have the green. I believe we are using Springfield's radar. Let's see. No, we are not. This is Memphis radar. So let's switch that to Springfield. Should give us a bit of a better look. Oh, that is definitely very strong rotation. Wouldn't be surprised to see this on the ground soon if you don't already. This is heading towards Grandin and just to the north of Doniphan, Missouri. Let's take a look at our correlation coefficient. A lot of contamination with that, so we aren't able to tell really. But please be seeking shelter on the lowest floor of a sturdy building if you are in the path of the storm. It is moving straight that way. So if we do take a look at the velocity, where you can see the green, that is wind, which is going towards the radar, up towards Springfield, and the red is where the wind is coming away, and then in between those is where the storm is rotating. So that is pretty strong rotation. It is hard to tell as we are away from radars. This area is under our particularly dangerous situation tornado watch. That tornado watch includes portions of Illinois, southern Illinois, western Kentucky, western Tennessee. This includes, well, the particularly dangerous situation watch includes much of northern Arkansas, but right now I want to go over a new tornado warning just to the east of Memphis, Tennessee. There is definitely strong rotation near LaGrange. I believe this is Tennessee, just crossing into Tennessee. So this is a radar-indicated tornado warning. At 5:20 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 1 minute ago, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Michigan City, or 19 miles north of Holly Springs, moving northeast at 50 miles an hour. So this rotation is moving fast. You need to be seeking shelter immediately. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Locations impacted include Ghost River State Natural Area, Neely, Pinetop, LaGrange again, Huntersville, Masseyville, Hickory Valley, Moscow, Chickasha State Forest, Uptonville, Stylerton, Hickory Corners, Teague, Whiteville, Bolivar, Pattersonville, Lytton, Van Buren, and Hornsby. That is a lot of places in the path of this tornado warning. So that rotation is moving quick, and it is rapidly strengthening. Let's check our correlation coefficient. I do not believe we have a tornado on the ground, or at least one picking up debris yet, but we're going to keep an eye on that. New severe thunderstorm warning to the east of Little Rock, Arkansas for portions of Interstate 40 between Hazen and Brinkley, Arkansas. If we go over to our reflectivity, This is one for ping pong ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. If you do have any questions for your area, please do not hesitate to ask in the live chat. I am happy to answer those. New severe thunderstorm warning near Bald Knob and Searcy, Arkansas. This one for 1-inch quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So now we are up to 6 tornado warnings. Oh, we have an observed tornado warning now. This one has been upgraded. This is near Vandalia and Greenville, Illinois. So be sure to seek shelter now if you're in these areas. Which radar are we even on? Maybe St. Louis is better. Let's see which office is issuing this. Yep, St. Louis. Okay. So looks like this is a law enforcement confirmed tornado. So this is a tornado on the ground just to the north of Interstate 80 near Pleasant Mound. Please be sure you are seeking shelter now. Pull off roadways. Do not park under an overpass. Those can accelerate wind, and it looks like hail will be under 1 inch with this. So yeah, be sure that you are taking shelter from this. This could have just went through Greenville. Let's check CC. Okay, there is definitely a tornado on the ground. So you can see that clear defined CC drop moving along Interstate 80. And if we look at the split screen view, this does match up with velocity. So be sure you are seeking shelter now. Okay, there's that CC right over Smithsboro. We have a tornado on the ground launching debris near Mulberry Grove. Please seek shelter if you are under this tornado warning. This is Interstate 70 near Mulberry Grove, Illinois. Seek shelter now on the lowest floor of sturdy building away from windows. If you do have any questions for your area, please do let me know. Oh no, it looks like this is going over a campground, so we could be seeing a spike in debris from that, but please seek shelter if you are in Mulberry Grove, Illinois, traveling on I-70 between Smithsboro and Vandalia, Illinois. This is heading towards a populated area. This is an observed tornado warning. I would not be surprised to see this go PDS or particularly dangerous situation. Okay, new severe thunderstorm warning just to the south of this for a tornado possible. Let's take a look at our reflectivity and velocity. 1-inch quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Looks like they are seeing some rotation near Germantown, Breeze, and Beckemeyer in Illinois. So please seek shelter on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. But right now, our main focus really just this tornado on the ground near Vandalia, Illinois, in Mulberry Grove. Still can see that rotation with this storm. So let's go back to correlation coefficient. Okay, does look like where did our CC go? Promise you that was there. Okay, it looks like we are starting to lose that, so hopefully this tornado is weakening, but still seek shelter if you're in Shafter, even as far as just south of Ramsey in Illinois. Vandalia, this is on its way to you, or any of these areas traveling along I-70. If you are just tuning in, we are live for an extremely rare high risk of severe weather currently. So This is an extremely dangerous situation. There are EF3 plus tornadoes possible today, so you need to be on the lookout for severe weather. We will be here live covering it for as long as I can. Looks like thankfully we are losing that CC. But you can still see it near Mulberry Grove. But please do go ahead and seek shelter anyway if you are in Vandalia, Illinois. It's still visible on our velocity, but definitely weakening. Do want to take a look at some of our other tornado warnings. We are now up to 7. This is currently our only observed one, but let's check on our one back down into Tennessee to the south of Jackson. So this rotation is currently near Lagrange. Let's take a look at velocity. Okay, there you go. So that is strong rotation near Grand Junction and Lagrange. This is Tennessee, just crossed in from Mississippi. Also, some severe thunderstorm warnings approaching the Nashville area, and a new tornado warning, I believe. This one is near Huntingdon in Illinois. So that rotation is definitely strengthening. Let's check CC. Too hard to tell if there's anything with bad radar coverage over there. And same with this one down here. But that is a large area of rotation. Back to our storm in southern Missouri near Grandin. I don't know why it defaults to the Memphis radar. Springfield is probably a bit better for this. Near Grandin, that is still rotating. So seek shelter if you are in Ellisnore, Grandin, and eventually Williamsville and Poplar Bluff, Missouri. If this does continue to rotate, just have a plan of what you're going to do if it does end up touching down. If you are just tuning in, we are live covering an extremely rare high risk of severe weather. This actually does look like, let's see if it's just that radar. Yeah, it might have just been that radar. I thought I saw some rotation on that storm near Cherokee Village, Arkansas. Let's go back. We also have new tornado warning on that storm we were actually talking about. So we did call this one out. This is near Salem in Illinois. Well, this rotation will eventually be there. Right now the rotation north of Nashville, Illinois, just moved through Okawville, I believe, if I'm saying that right. Looks like nothing on CC right now. And this storm also has some hail with it, so be sure you are seeking shelter away from windows. And with the tornado, get into the most interior room, like a hallway or a closet, and protect yourself from flying debris. Be sure you are away from windows. Hello, Peachy, welcome in. It's been a while. How are you doing? Also, this tornado warning near Vandalia is still observed. And we're on the wrong radar again. So that rotation, we can still see it on radar, but I'm not sure if it is as strong as it previously was. Let's take a look at correlation coefficient. You can see 7 frames ago, we had that 7 frames ago, which would be about 8 or 9 minutes ago, we had that correlation coefficient CC drop near Mulberry Grove as it moved over an RV park. But now it does look like we are losing that. So hopefully this tornado has lifted. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you feel better soon. Looks like our viewers are going up. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. But we are currently covering an extremely rare high risk of severe weather. Looks like we just got a new tornado warning. Radar indicated to the west of Memphis, Tennessee. We got 2 tornado warnings overlapping for 2 separate rotations. One of these is south of Moscow in Tennessee, and the other one is just near Grand Junction and Center Point in southern Tennessee. This is just crossed in from Mississippi. Also a new severe thunderstorm warning for portions of eastern Arkansas and extreme northwest Mississippi. This one is for 1-inch quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. We got a couple storms near Helena in Arkansas, crossing over into Mississippi right now. I don't see very much rotation with these, so no tornado possible tag at the moment, but these storms are moving northwest and eventually will make their way towards Memphis. Alright, we just got a new tornado warning. Where is this one? Never mind. New severe thunderstorm warning. Our tornado warning near Vandalia has been dropped to radar indicated. We did mention that that would be dropped because it did appear, based off velocity and correlation coefficient, that that tornado had lifted. Also, how does our microphone sound? It may be a bit quiet. I can move a little bit closer. That should be better. So now we have 8 tornado warnings, 23 severe thunderstorm warnings. All of these tornado warnings are radar indicated. And then those 23 severe thunderstorm warnings. We currently do not have an overlay just because I do not want to constantly have to switch out of the radar, so that just makes things a bit easier. Maybe we'll move over, we'll just try it. We'll do, oh, I guess it's not gonna work. Okay, radar scope, I'll figure that out later. I was gonna check out radar scope, but it looks like it's not working right now. So we will just stick with radar omega, even though it is a bit laggy to zoom around. Also, a tornado warning with golf ball size hail continues near Huntingdon, not Huntington, I believe that's Huntingdon, just to the south. That rotation is actually to the north of there. So that tornado warning is radar indicated, expires in 24 minutes. I'm going to put the stream on, be right back for just 1 minute. I'm going to get radar scope working. That'll just take a quick second, so be right back everyone, just a second. Alrighty, we are now looking at radar scope. It's just much less laggy to use and zoom around. It runs better on my computer, so it's more convenient for the quality of the stream. Sadly, we don't get warning sounds, but that is alright. tornado warning has been condensed on our border between Illinois and Indiana on the Illinois side near, let's see where this is near Woodland. So if we look at the rotation with this, rotation does continue. You can see that is a big lightning producer. There is a lot of lightning with that storm, so be sure you're seeking shelter inside a building on the lowest floor away from windows. Also a tornado warning, I believe this is our new one we saw issued earlier. This one for northern Louisiana. I will be right back, everybody. Alright, I am back, everybody. Sorry about that. I apologize. Looks like we do get a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is for the Little Rock area. So this expires in 48 minutes, and this is for 1.25 inch hail, so that is, I believe, half dollar size, and 60 mile per hour winds. This is a radar indicated threat, so that storm will move into the Little Rock area over that time period. But I wanted to go over that tornado warning in northern Louisiana, just check in on it. This is near Cotton Valley, Louisiana. Alright, so I can see that rotation on the right. You can see it on velocity. So be sure you're seeking shelter in Cotton Valley. This is in Louisiana, so please be sure to seek shelter on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows. Let's check on our southwest Tennessee warnings. Okay, so I'm not 100% sure, but that could be a hook to the south of Williston, Tennessee. Also looks like there is some big hail currently with that storm. So if you are in Williston, Tennessee, or north of Moscow, Tennessee, south of Somerville, please do seek shelter away from windows on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Also, our rotation does continue near Hickory Valley in Tennessee. a tornado warning. I believe this is new. Let's check Little Rock radar. That could be better for it. Alrighty. So, this is approaching the... Eventually this will be in the Jonesboro area, or to the north of there. But right now this is for Pleasant Plains, Arkansas. On the right you have velocity. Let's check tilt 2. Okay, so that does look like some pretty strong rotation, so just be sure you are seeking shelter on the lowest floor of a sturdy building just in case a tornado does touch down. And we are going to keep an eye on that for you. If you do have any questions for your location, please do not hesitate to ask in the live chat. But all of our tornado warnings currently remain radar indicated, and I believe we have 0 tornadoes on the ground. So, looks like we are continuing to see this whole line of polygons stretching from Centralia and Junction City, Illinois, all the way up towards Cowden. So these tornado warnings do include portions of Interstate 70, so please be sure to pull off roadways. We were seeing... Let's get our 4 pulled up. So in the bottom right, you can see our correlation coefficient. That's not what we wanted to look at, actually. We'll go back to radar omega for just a second to look at these. Let's check St. Louis radar for these. By the way, St. Louis tornado watch, which expires in 1 hour and 15 minutes. So that is at 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. You can still see that rotation approaching Vandalia just to the northeast of Pleasant Mound in Illinois. So if we take a look, I want to also check CC just in case, because you never know. Alright, looks good for now. Can somebody let me know in chat, is our stream frozen right now? It looks like it is. Let's try switching scenes. Hopefully I can fix that. Did that fix it? Wow, got many more tornado warnings continued for what we were just mentioning in southern Missouri. So that rotation is near Williamsville and Ellisnore. This is just to the northwest of Poplar Bluff, so please do seek shelter on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. A new tornado warning for Fredericktown in Missouri. So you can see that rotation to the southwest of town, which is developing. Circle it right over here. You can see that on the bottom left of your screen, right over there. So if you are just tuning in, we are covering an extremely rare, high-risk, severe weather event. If you do have any questions for your location, please do let me know in the live chat. Right now we have 15 tornado warnings. That is really going up. Holy cow. All of those are radar indicated. Looks like a new tornado warning for our Big Hill producer to the east of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, near DeWitt and Gillette. We have that rotation. This is near, I believe, Route 165, moving northeast. if we take a look at the tornado warning, this also comes with golf ball size hail, so do please seek shelter on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. At 5:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 3 minutes ago, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Langford, or 17 miles south of Stuttgart, moving northeast at 60 miles an hour. That is a fast storm, so please do go ahead and seek shelter, because that is moving quickly. You need to seek shelter if you are in DeWitt, Almira, in Arkansas, also Holly Grove. I'm not sure if I've mentioned it yet, but we do have a PayPal account now in the pinned message. The username is at MrTwisterYT. You can view that in the pinned message at the top of your live chat. Donations are optional but greatly appreciated. Helps with radar subscription costs like Radar Omega and Radar Scope, as I do pay for those with my own money. Let's check our dual rotation in southern Tennessee. Okay, so there you go. 2 rotations. One near Williston, so seek shelter in Williston, Moscow. Actually, Moscow, you are good to exit your shelters now. If you are north of LaGrange or in Williston, to the south of Somersville, Hickory Valley, Van Buren, Whiteville, Bolivar, and pretty much anywhere in this polygon south of Jackson, Tennessee, be ready to seek shelter in your safe place. Oh, that it would be away from windows, lowest floor of a sturdy building, hallway or room like a closet, basement or storm shelter. That is the best place to be. If you are enjoying the stream or found it helpful, please do consider liking the stream and subscribing to the channel. We try not to ask too often, but it does help spread the message of these weather events to more people on YouTube. "15 tornado warnings is incredible. Thankfully, well, now we're down to 13, but thankfully they are currently all radar indicated. Are there any rotations that particularly stand out to you?" Yeah, it is not going to be good. Things are going to get bad soon. We haven't even reached the peak of the event yet. Sorry I've had to do this a couple times this stream, everybody, but I do have to go take care of something. It'll just take me a minute. So, at least we're able to stream, but I will be right back. I'm gonna keep the radar up. We'll keep it on our storms to the south of Jackson, Tennessee. I'll just keep those last 7 frames playing, so I will be right back, everybody. Alright, we are back. Now down to 12 tornado warnings. one of these, if we look at reflectivity, between Hickory Valley and Williston, Tennessee, that's interesting. Anyway, near Somerville and Whiteville, it does look like we have some pretty big hail. This is near Route 64, approaching Whiteville, so seek shelter away from windows. This can damage vegetation, it could hurt you. Break windows, break windshields, so seek shelter away from windows. If you have any questions for any particular location, feel free to ask in the live chat. Near Tunica, looks like Mississippi, some large hail and damaging winds in that area, 60 miles an hour. And this is warmed for lime-sized hail. Looks like that hail core was stronger a couple frames ago, but it is continuing to move north and will eventually be in the Memphis area or just to the east of there. New tornado warning near Cotton Plant in Arkansas. That looks not good at all. Let me know in chat what you guys think, but I think it kind of looks like a hook on reflectivity, but a lot of our storms are looking like that right now. So this is near Cotton Plant, Arkansas. In Cotton Plant, Arkansas, Four Forks, Arkansas, Shady Grove, Arkansas, or Hunter, Arkansas, along with Barson, Hilleman, Bulltown, Penrose, Bemis, and Morton. Seek shelter on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows, in a hallway or room such as a closet. Pull off the road and seek shelter in a substantial building like a gas station, freezer, or something of that strength. Now up to 15 tornado warnings again. All these are radar indicating. Let's check the one. This one. I don't think we've checked this yet. This is to the north of Effingham, Illinois, near Neoga. So seek shelter if you are in Effingham, Kimundi, Laclede, Avena, Altamont, Stewardson, Shelbyville, Neoga, Toledo. Eventually Toledo. Not quite yet though, but eventually that area in Illinois. New severe thunderstorm warning includes Effingham, Illinois for a tornado possible. Tag 1-inch quarter-size hail and 70 mile per hour wind bag threat. So this is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. Seek shelter away from windows and a new tornado. No, not a new tornado warning with that. But we are up to 17 tornado warnings. We've got many different storms going on. Check our rotation over here near Bolivar. 2 different rotations. Seek shelter immediately if you are in Tune, Bolivar, Silerton, Hickory Valley, or Whiteville in Tennessee. Looks like a new tornado warning. An extension of our cotton plant storm. Still radar indicated. This rotation is basically on top of Hunter to the north of Interstate 40. But this new tornado warning includes a second rotation south of DeVal's Bluff to the southeast of Hazen, approaching Interstate 40. So if you're on Interstate 40, approaching the area between Carlisle and Palestine or Forest City, turn around and get away from the storm before it's too late and you have to, just hunker down and find a spot to pull off. Unfortunately, it does look like I am going to have to go ahead and end off the live stream here, but I appreciate you all tuning in, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Peace. Peace out.